Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Ramika's Diary. Today we're going to be seeing some grammar in CBSE Class 8, Chapter 5, the pronoun. So let's get into the video. So this is part 1. So in this part 1, we'll be looking at all the explanations, all the kinds of pronouns. In the next part, which is the part 2, we'll be looking at the worksheet for this video. So the pronoun. What is a pronoun? So think of a pronoun as a shortcut word. Instead of repeating a noun over and over, we use a pronoun. So let's say a pronoun is a shortcut word. We could use it instead of a noun. So like instead of repeating a noun over and over, we can use a pronoun. Example, instead of saying Ram is a student, Ram studies hard, we say Ram is a student, he studies hard. Because in the first sentence, Ram is repeated 2 times. So instead of repeating it, we could just say Ram at the first time. Then we could use he instead of Ram. Here, he is the pronoun and Ram is the noun it replaces, called the antecedent. Now let's see the kinds of pronouns. So we're going to be seeing the main ones. There are different types of pronouns, but let's focus on the most common ones explained in your book. Personal pronouns. So the first one, personal pronouns. These talk about people or things directly. So personal pronouns talk about people or things directly. For example, like I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Interrogative pronouns. These ask questions like who, what, which. Relative pronouns. These connect parts of sentences like who, which, that. So there's like 8 types of pronouns, but first I mentioned the 3 in here. Then we'll be looking at the rest. So personal pronouns. These pronouns change based on who's talking. So remember these points. So these pronouns changed based on who is talking, how many, boy, girl, or thing, what's their job in the sentence. So who's talking, like me, you, them, or like how many, one or many? Is it a boy, girl, or thing? If it's a boy, we use he. Girl, we use she. For thing, we use it. What's their job in the sentence? Like, what's their job? What do they do? So, doing the action or receiving it. First, let's see who is it? Like, who's talking? So, this is classified as 3 types. So, first person, second person, and third person. So, first person, the person who's speaking. So one person, I, me, my, mine. So many people, we, us, our, ours. So if you write a diary, you talk about yourself, like what happened to the diary. So you'll be talking in first person. You'll be like, I did this is my story, and those type of things. Many people. So like we are planning to go for a trip. We, it's a first person. And so on. Second person. The person being spoken to. So one or many. So like you, your, yours. So second person is the person that's being spoken to. Next, third person. So the person or thing being spoken about. So for example, there's 2 people. And they're talking about someone which is not with them. So like that person is like somewhere else. So these 2 people are talking about this person. So that's third person. So when they are talking, they'll use pronouns like he, him, his, she, her, hers, it, its. So this could be a person or an animal. So in first person, there's one person and they're talking. So the person speaking. So this is the person speaking. Second person, there will be more than one person being spoken to. In third person, it's the person that's being spoken about. So, one boy or man. If there's one boy or man, we use he, him, his. If there's one girl or one woman, we use she, her, hers. If there's one thing or animal, we use it, its. If there's many people or many things, we use they, them, their, theirs. Now we'll be seeing what is its job. So, okay, subject pronouns. So, door. These pronouns do the action in the sentence. So, subject pronouns are pronouns that do the action in the sentence. For example, I read a book. So, here, I'm the one who's reading the book. So, I read a book. She went home. She's the one that went home. She did the action of going home. So, she. They played outside. So, they is the pronoun that's playing outside. Object pronouns. So, receiver. These pronouns receive the action or come after words like to, for, with. For example, Ram helped me. She saw him. Give it to them. This is for us. It's between you and me. So these are the pronouns that receive the action or come after words like to, for, with. Possessive pronouns, so like the owner. These show who something belongs to. Mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs, its. These stand alone. This book is mine. That car is hers. So these are possessive pronouns. So possessive adjectives. These are not pronouns themselves, but they are related and always come before a noun. This is my book. So don't get confused between possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives, because possessive pronouns stand alone, but like possessive adjectives always come before a noun. So this could be the one difference that you have to remember so you wouldn't get confused. Remember, whenever you talk about others and yourself, it's polite to put you and he or she before I. So let's see an example sentence. You, he, and I are friends. So here, you should put you, he, before you put I. When admitting a mistake, put I first. So this is the polite way, but when you admit a mistake, first put I. So I, you, and he made a mess. After words like than or as, use the door form subject pronoun if comparing subjects. So he is taller than I. So not me. So when we compare, use the door form. So like the subject pronoun. Group nouns. So like collective nouns. If a group acts as one, use it or its. The team won its game. So like if a group acts as one, then use it or its. If the group members act separately, use they or their. The committee argued about their decision. So, in here, if the collective noun acts as a whole one, so like it doesn't act separately, then you could use it or its. But if the group members act separately, use they or their. Next, each or every. If words like each or every are used, even with and, then use a singular pronoun. So for example, each boy and each girl brought his or her own lunch. Or just There if gender is unknown and mixed. Use of it. It is a special pronoun with many uses. When talking about the weather, time, or distance, so this is the first use. It is raining. It is 3 o'clock. So it is a special pronoun. It has many uses. So first use. When you are talking about the weather, time, or distance, it is used. For example, it is raining. It is 3 o'clock. To start a sentence that leads to a longer idea. So whenever you're starting a sentence that leads to a longer idea, it is used. So for example, it is important to study. Next, referring to an animal or thing. So when you refer to an animal or thing, you could use it. So the dog wagged its tail. Next, use of she. So personification. So sometimes we refer to things like ships, cars, or even countries as she, especially when we are talking about them as if they were alive or very important. This is called personification. The ship sailed beautifully. She was a sight to behold. Our country needs her citizens to work together. So when you use she in a personification way, sometimes we use it like that for ships, cars, or even countries. So we use that when we talk about them as if they were alive or very important. So sometimes you might think like, so when you look at a thing, you'll be like, what would it do if it was alive? So you could use she for that. Or when you're talking about something that's very important. So, for example, the ship sailed beautifully. She was a sight to behold. Our country needs her citizens to work together. So there's also another example. The sun smiled down on us. So this is an example for personification, but it doesn't use she, but it's just an example in common. So the sun smiled down on us. So the sun can't actually smile down on us, but we're just comparing with the human expression, which is mild. So let me give you another example. The wind whispers secrets through the trees. So the wind can't actually whisper secrets through the trees, but it's just imagination. So when you look at those imaginary stories, they use a lot of these, like personification. They use a lot of this. Next, interrogative pronouns. So asking questions. These pronouns are used to ask questions like, for example, who, whom, whose, which, what. So who, whom, whose for people. We use these three for people. Who's at the door? So you're asking about the door. Whom did you see? Here we're asking about the receiver. Whose book is this? We're asking about the owner. Next, what? So we use these for things or jobs. So what is that? What is your father? Asking about his profession. Like, is he a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, etc. Which? So we used which for choices or selection. So which car do you prefer? So you're asking from a group of cars. Which of the students passed? So you're asking from a group of students. So which of the students passed? So there's a tip. So remember this tip. So tip, don't mix up which as a pronoun, like which is yours, and which as an adjective. Because which comes under pronoun and as an adjective. So an adjective, it comes before a noun. So here the noun is the word car. So which came before car. But as a pronoun, there's no noun after which. So if it's an adjective, there will be a noun after it. If it's a pronoun, there will be no noun after it. Next, relative pronouns. So like connecting sentences. Relative pronouns act like bridges, connecting a piece of information. So like a clause back to a noun or pronoun that came before it. So related nouns act like bridges, which connect a piece of information, so like a clause, back to a noun or pronoun that came before it. The main ones are who, whom, whose, which, that, what. So first let's see who, whom, whose. So it's for people. So this is the boy who won the race. So it connects boy to won the race. This is the student whom I taught last year. So it connects the student with I taught last year. That's the artist whose paintings are famous. So here it connects the artist with paintings are famous. Which is used for animals or things. This is the book which I borrowed. The dog which was barking ran away. Next, that can be used for people, animals, or things. It often interchangeable with who or with. This is the shirt that I bought yesterday. He is the man that helped me. Next, what? Used when the thing it refers to isn't specifically mentioned. Example, I know what you mean. So it is used when like the thing it refers to isn't specifically mentioned. Next, fourth type, demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns point out specific nouns. They tell you which one or which ones. So, first one, this, these. Point to things near you. This is my house. Singular, near. So, we have learned this since grade 1. So, this, that, these, those. So, okay, so I created a small table. So, this and these are used for the things that are near you. That and those are used for the things that are far away from you. Let me add another column. So this and that are singular. These and those are used for plural. So I hope now it's clear for you. So this and these are used for the things that are near you. That and those are used for the things that are further than you. This and that are used for singular. These and those are used for plural. So first, this and these. Point to things that are near you. So this is my house. So this is my house. So it's singular and it's near you. These are my toys. So plural and it's near you. That and those. It points to things that are further away from you. So that is the red fort. So it's singular, it's far. Those are your dolls. So those, it's plural and it's far. So important, no. So important, no. Don't mix up demonstrative pronouns with demonstrative adjectives. So this is how demonstrative pronoun is. It stands alone. Example, this is my house. But adjective, it comes before a noun. Example, this house is mine. So here, house is the noun. Sometimes words like saying, so, one, and none can also act like demonstrative pronouns. So you sang a song last night, sing me the same equals sing the same song. Fifth one, indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refer to people or things in general way, not to anyone or anything specific. So common indefinite pronouns, so like one, none, some, somebody, anybody, nobody, everybody, other, all, etc. Uses of indefinite pronouns. So one, it's for people in general. One should do one's duty. To avoid repeating a noun. So this is a blue shirt. That is a red one. So you don't have to write shirt again. Next, in the sense of beings or creatures. So like a mother loves her young ones. None. So meaning not one is used in the singular when it refers to a material noun. For example, I want water, there's none in the jug. In the plural when referring to persons or common nouns. Example, none but the fools have ever believed it. So it's plural. None of the poems are well known. So plural. None but the brave deserve the fair. So singular. Each, everyone, everybody. So these are often used with singular verbs and singular possessive pronouns. Each of the girls has taken her share. Every one of the boys like his manners. No, in modern English, it's very common to use a plural pronoun like they or their or them with these words to avoid gender issues if the gender is mixed or unknown. For example, everybody can do it if they try. Next, distributive pronouns. The distributive pronouns refer to people or things one at a time. These are always followed by verbs in the singular number. Each refers to everyone of a number of persons or things taken separately. Each of you got a prize. Next, either means one or the other of the two. There are trees on either side of the road. So either means like one or the other of the two. So meaning it's okay, so to make it clear, this is the road and you're saying there's trees in one or the other side of the road. So you're not sure which side is it. So you're saying either side of the road. So then they'll know the trees are in one side of the road. You may take either of the two books. So there's two books. And I'm saying that you may take either of the two books. So you could get one book or the other book. So meaning, I'm saying that like you could get one book or the other book. Neither means not one nor the other of the two. So neither of you came in time. So then there's two people and none of them came at a time. So not one nor the other of the two. So meaning no one, so like none of you came in time. Neither of them is invited to the party. So there's two people and none of them are invited to the party. So these pronouns end in self. So singular or selves plural. So forms myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Reflexive pronouns. It shows that the action of the subject reflects back on that subject. These are used as the object of a verb or preposition. I enjoy myself. So it's reflecting back. She washed herself every morning. Please tell me something about yourself. He is sitting by himself. Emphatic pronouns used to add emphasis to the noun or pronoun they refer to. They often appear right after the noun or pronoun or at the end of the sentence. I myself went there. So it emphasizes I. He himself killed the lion. So it emphasizes he. The walls themselves fell. So here it emphasizes the walls. Important note, a reflexive pronoun should not be the subject of a sentence. So a reflexive pronoun like myself, yourself, herself, himself, themselves, it should not be used as a subject in a sentence. So in correct sentence, my mother and I, myself, are going to Delhi. So correct one, my mother and I are going to Delhi. So also, remember this. 8th one, reciprocal pronouns. So reciprocal pronouns express a mutual relationship or action between two or more subjects, each other, used when talking about two persons or things. So the two rivals faced each other. The two sisters loved each other. One another, used when talking about more than two persons or things. So the members visited one another's house regularly. The three brothers loved one another. Though each other is often informally used for more than two now. More are relative nouns advanced uses. So these are some advanced uses of relative pronouns. Relative pronoun must match its antecedent. So the relative pronoun must be the same number and person as the noun it refers to. For example, this is the girl who stands first in the class. That is used after numerical adjectives. For example, C. Rajagopalachari was the first Indian that became the Governor General of India. After superlative degrees. So this is the best that we can do. As a defining word. So adjective. Bring me the pen that is lying on the stool. When the gender is unknown, the child that was kidnapped has been traced. In speaking of persons, animals, or things, so this is the man that I told you of. After interrogative pronouns, what is there that I do not know? As an adverbial sense, this is the time that you should report for duty. So at which. After words like all, any, nothing, only, same, none. So all that glitters is not gold. So that. So what is equivalent to that which? It's only used for things and its antecedent is always understood, not explicitly stated. Next, tell me what you mean. So meaning, tell me that which you mean. So what is the same as that which. As, when used after such and same, also acts to relative pronoun having the force of that or which of the same kind. So this is the same watch as my father gave me. My problem is the same as yours. So when you talk about something which is in the same kind, we use as. Next, but when it means who not, which not, or that not. There was no man but wept, meaning who did not weep. There is scarcely a child but likes sweets, that does not. There is no rose but has a thorn, which has not. Omitting the relative noun. So sometimes the relative noun and its verb can be left out and the meaning is still clear, especially in the objective case. Example, who laughs last laughs best, meaning he who. This is the house we live in, so that. Common errors in the use of pronouns. So it's easy to make mistakes with pronouns. So here are some common errors to avoid. So make sure you remember these. So this is the incorrect column, this is the correct column. So I, you, and he are friends. You, he, and I are friends. You, he, and I are guilty. I, you, and he are guilty. So remember, if you're doing it in a polite way, you should use you and he first. Like you, he, or she first. But if it's a mistake, you have to use I first. So the climate of Delhi is hotter than Shimla. The climate of Delhi is hotter than that of Shimla. Do not overread yourself. Do not overread. You are taller than me. You are taller than I. Yours affectionately. Yours affectionately. So this one, both of them are correct. So all of them thanked the host. All thanked the host. Okay friends, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.